welcome to behind the scenes of The Waiting. You're here with the director, editor, and composer and actor of The Waiting. And this is behind the scenes. It's just me. And I can't really show you my equipment because I'm using it to film this. I'm using a Canon 550D and I think it's called a Minolta tripod to film this. So there's not really much to show behind the scenes. I'm basically filming this it's basically practice to talk about my film, and yeah. Where should I start? Well, this film is essentially about finding yourself, and the genre of it I'd say drama. Yeah. There is some action in it. But yeah. As you can see, I need some practice talking about using the lingo and just talking about film in general. I'm not really used to that. Basically where I'm shooting, and I've just shot, this is why I've got this hat on, this is actually part of the story, and I'm shooting the last bits of this movie. It's where the character basically has spent 2 days out here, lost, and I've reached the end point because, you know, they've gone through all these trials and, you know, no food or water, and they're lost. And they find this hat wrapped in a tree, and that actually was not in the story. This is actually my hat, and when I was filming out here, I must have lost it or something, because when I came back up here, someone had tied it up in a tree, and rather than just take it down from the tree, I thought, how about I put the character in that situation? So I set the tripod up, and I placed myself as the character and what I would do in that situation. And it's actually one of my favourite scenes in the movie, because, you know, the character been through so much, and then there's like the symbol of, you know, like a civilization and like even hope, just someone putting a hat in a tree. So I actually cut the ending, which was kind of sad that the character pretty much died out here. Just when they'd reached, you know, civilization, they found someone. And that scene was, I was focusing on people that work on the quarry, and I was like crawling over the edge of the cliff, and I cut that, and instead the character basically finds their way home. If you see the film, you'll basically see that I so badly want to shoot a western. Yeah, but I'm using this film primarily to show that I can work with basically no budget. There is no budget. And at the moment, I think it's 25 minutes. That's pretty good. What can I tell you about the film? There's almost no dialogue in it. I actually cut all of the dialogue out of it because I found that there was no need to have dialogue. You could see, you know, what was going with the character just from their expressions on their face, and so there was just no need, so I pretty much gutted it, and I took it down from, I think it was 32 minutes, and now it's 25, and I still got today's shots as well. Yeah. What else can I say? There's a lot of, some of my philosophy in this as well. I used to study Nietzsche, and I had my own theory of dialectics, and some of that's in there as well, but not so much, I guess. Oh, the sun's out. Damn it, why wasn't the sun out when I was shooting here before? Yeah, I just shot a scene here where I was basically come here to rest, and I really wanted the sun to come out and hit my face, and I'm really not happy. Maybe I should do it again. Yeah, I think this is the 14th day of shooting, I usually come out here, do 3-hour shoots. I go home and then I edit and I make music or something like that. Pretty much this is what I've been doing for about a couple of months. I think this is my 5th film. Just was waiting for my visa. I'm just looking out because I saw like 2 joggers coming through here, and one of them was singing. I actually did record it. I don't really know what else to say. Influences, Western films, definitely the Dollars trilogy, and you'll notice that I use lots of colour. Like, as a filmmaker, instead of going, into the abstract and creating characters, I like to go from locations first. If I find a location, that pretty much is my story. And colours as well. I choose locations based on colours and shape, and I think that comes from one of my favourite childhood movies was The Wizard of Oz, and I remember watching it with my grandfather, and I kept complaining that I didn't like it because it was black and white, and he said, "Oh no, just keep watching, it's going to go to colour." And yeah, I'll never forget it when it did actually go into colour. And Western movies have also influenced me a lot because I used to watch them during the daytime with my grandfather before I went to preschool, and I noticed when I was script writing that a lot of my ideas my ideas for shots seemed to come from Western films, and I kept thinking, why was that? And then I just remembered just from my childhood, spending all that time with him, and I remember asking him, how come the bad guys always lost? How come they never win? I remember asking him that, and he actually told me that there is one movie where the bad guys ride off into the sunset, and sometimes I feel like finding where that movie is, but I just want to leave it, it's like a little treasure I haven't found yet. I don't know really what else to talk about. I guess why I made it. It's kind of like a prelude to a movie I really want to make called Terra Australis. It's a western set in the outback, and I wanted to use this is why I chose the quarry, because I like the look of it and the feeling, and I wanted to show people that I can make a film, a western style film with no budget, because I'd like to I'm leaving to go to London in a couple of weeks, and I'd really like to come back maybe 5 years or 10 years when I'm a little bit more accomplished and I've got more skills, and come back and film this film. I've written a script for it already. I've almost finished it. It's 90 pages. I'm right at the end of it, and I'd really like to come back and film it. I think that's it. I can't really think of anything else. What I'm going to do with this film, I'm going to put this film into lots of festivals, because there's hardly any dialogue in it, which means I don't have to, put lots of, those, what are they called? Subtitles in. It's like one line of subtitles in it. So I'm going to put this film into as many festivals as I can, and just keep practicing and getting my skills up, because I really want to make Terra Australis.